A shame. I was enjoying the solitude. All this time wasted on altruism. If you were Tal'Darim, your actions would have led to your downfall long ago. The Spear of Adun, such wasted potential. Your people focused all their effort on surviving some unknown apocalypse, when they could have been the apocalypse.
Well, look, our paranoia has paid off. Although I guess there would be some catharsis in using the Independence Day laser. Greetings everyone, Adventures Infinity here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Starcraft 2, Legacy of the Void.
Zeratul believed that I would become a great leader, that the Protoss would place their faith in me. Now, I will see if he was right. Aiur, this is not the first time I have fought for you, but it may be the last.
Indeed, last time, we destroyed the forces at Remenaskar, and we have taken the fight to Aiur.
The Psi-Matrix's power structures are accessible from 3 locations across Aiur. We must divide our forces to destroy them. I shall coordinate you and your Executor's efforts from aboard the Spear of Adun. We can begin as soon as you are ready, Hierarch.
Alright, we're gonna start doing some pretty hard missions, but this first one, not so bad. This is probably the easiest of the, final... what would this be, the final 6 missions? And we're gonna be using a lot of heroes this time around, too. That's why I didn't go to the War Council or the Solar Core this time around, because, well, those upgrades actually don't matter this time.
The psionic matrix is the beating heart of Aiur, formed from a lattice of Kadaran crystals embedded within the planet's crust. Its power structures can only be accessed from 3 points. If we destroy them, it should disable the warp network.
I will send 3 forces. We shall destroy the Matrix before Amon can recall the Golden Armada to Aiur.
Vorazun, Alarak, you must enter the Citadel of the Executor to reach the first power structure. But the city has been infested.
No matter. We shall purge Antioch of the Zerg.
Even if I must do it myself. Of course I am needed. So is the chain of the city. So these are the Zerg who defeated you. Pitiful. They too shall fall before my power. Tell me, how did you lose Aiur to these animals? Did they leap up and chew apart your starships?
The Zerg were once the greatest threat my people faced. Only a fool would underestimate them.
Well then, I will bow to your experience as the fool. I hesitate to think what you would do without me.
You are about to find out. This gate is sealed from the other side, and I shall move through the shadows to open it. There is much to... Overseers. They can detect my presence. Better to avoid them. The enemy will never see me.
Alright, a good showing of abilities for the first mission. Let's go ahead and do a save here. We're going to have to do pretty consistent saving throughout the mission here. But we're going to have to use the hold position hotkey with Vorazun. Aha, she didn't actually get hit by that. Nice. There was a bit of a disconnect at the attack when she got counted as stealth again. But yeah, we're commanding both Alarak and Vorazun. And the mastery achievement for this mission is to actually get through this first segment with Vorazun taking no hits, even to shields, even though she could regenerate it.
Are you done yet? Or do I need to keep slaughtering the Zerg here?
There. The gate has been opened.
Finally. Now let us continue.
Now, one thing I would do is take Alarak's Deadly Charge ability and right-click it so it doesn't have this spinning animation on it. That's auto-cast. And we want the Deadly Charge ability to not be on autocast, because if it's on autocast, he tends to use it on things like Zerglings or whatnot. And not the big targets, because it's going to be your main source of single target damage. And you're also seeing that his Soul Absorption ability is kicking in. Whenever he makes a kill on whenever a biological unit is killed near him, he gets 20 health and shields. And we're not risking bringing Verazun along, even though she would help, because of the Mastery Achievement. We can't really... She's a bit of a liability in the fact that she would end up taking damage from these, like, random Banelings. Now let's go up here. Deadly, or Destruction Wave to get rid of all the Banelings. And then get rid of everybody to heal up. Now we're going to do a Deadly Charge down here, and then immediately run away. Deadly Charge to take out the Night Swarm just to help us fight through the area here. Obviously, if you're starting to need health, then just find a ton of guys and Destruction Wave them. You need to take this area a little slow. There are some, like, Banelings burrowed here, for instance, so we want to, like, Destruction Wave up that way before we actually use Deadly Charge to get rid of the thing. And back up before you run into, like, the Banelings there. Usually, Destruction Wave, as long as you're not being hammered too hard, will be enough to heal you and keep you fighting. I wouldn't just say and, like, punch a Ultralisk too much unless you have your abilities up or you know that you're going to survive. Alright, Ultralisk is down. We're going to pop and get one of the Nidus Worms. Back up. Destruction Charge. Back up. Destruction Wave. Deadly Charge. Back up. And now, because we're not getting respawning enemies, we want to back up from this Ultralisk. Since, even though it's a giant Ultralisk, we don't want to take a...
Our path is barred. It seems I must infiltrate the enemy's forces and unseal the way forward.
Alright, just making sure that she didn't get hit along the way. But yeah, even though it's an Ultralisk, it still only counts as one enemy killed, so they'll actually get a lot of damage on you and not heal too much. Now, before we do this... Whoops. Want to save again to just make sure we get through this area without Verazun taking a hit.
Those Mutalisks are swarming.
Dang it. To avoid nonsense like that, for instance.
Those Mutalisks are swarming en masse. I would do my best to remain undetected if I were you.
Alright, we're waiting for the Overseers to move. They will move eventually. And then just stay out of vision range. You will have enough time to blink again before they start moving. But you do want to keep moving. Come on, move. Good. You want to use your ability earlier rather than later so that you know that it'll be recharged by the time you're ready to move. Sweet.
What? So shall it be.
We have nearly reached the power structure. Press forward, High Lord.
Orders from you.
Alright, now here we're fighting some swarm hosts, but they're actually rather dangerous because the locusts don't die in one destruction wave. Thus you're not going to get the heal immediately. So you need to make sure that you're not being hit by all of them all the time. Every other wave, you'll actually get a heal. A nice bit of changing up the mechanics there. I would use Destruction Wave and then use Deadly Charge to take out one of the swarm hosts over there until you got them all down. Deadly Charge on the Spinecrawler here, and over here you're going to want to use the Destruction Wave mostly because there's enough of these guys grouped up that you don't really need to Deadly Charge every single one of them. Just the flanking ones, and then you can finish these off soon enough. Alright, now that we're done with this area,
the inner chamber is completely sealed. My stealth will not avail us here.
Then let us try a more direct approach. Guard me while I prepare. The Zerg will surely sense my growing power. So goes the chain of ascent.
And now let's make another save here, just in case this last part goes wrong. Don't want to mess up at the end. And yeah, this is going to take a few tries. And this is mostly going to be about managing Verazun's Shadow Fury. I would leave that on autocast. It's all about just managing it. Her blink will actually recharge it. There we go. And eventually here, we want to have it so that when after it triggers, we trigger it twice in a row. There we go. Do it once. Blink again.
Keep the Zerg off me or we perish. Almost. Just a moment longer.
Our future is the
Alright, let's blink and just do it again early. I would attack the Hydralisks when you can, just when it's convenient. And there we go. And we got it.
unbelievable. You didn't just blast open the door.
Both the Zerg and a power structure will trouble us no more. Contact the others and tell them of the victory I have brought you.
Rohana, Alarak and I have destroyed the power structure. Alert the next team that they may begin.
I like that she's all like, it was a team effort.
Carax, Phoenix, the loss of the first power structure has not gone unnoticed. Hybrid have convened to defend the area.
Good. They shall suffer the full extent of my wrath.
All in good time, friend Phoenix. The Hybrid are a powerful foe, and if we're going to face them, we will need support. I've spent quite some time studying void energy. I should be able to reclaim robotic units and structures from Amon.
Then let us assemble our army, so a Hybrid may fall before it.
I don't know. Phoenix is amazing.
Templar, and immortal. I cannot free the pilot from Amon's grasp, but I should be able to take control of it. Amon shall not prevail. I am not detecting any robotic units ahead. I suppose now would be a good time to phase in some photon cannons.
Alright, Phoenix is pretty much an autopilot. You don't need to mess with him at all. Carax, though, we're going to be controlling.
The power structure lies ahead, but the temple grounds are vast.
Sentries, immortals, colossi, reavers. We should reclaim as many as possible before proceeding.
Alright, so I like to do a little bit of a procedure here to be able to take the Immortal and both Sentries.
Purpose guides us.
It's you run in with Phoenix and Carax alone,
Amon shall not prevail.
take the Immortal, and as soon as you get rid of the Zealots, send everyone back but Carax.
Hear you. I can reclaim the gateway and robotics facility in this area.
We could then supplement our forces with the units of our choosing. A clever plan.
Now, I would be careful sending the Sentries in to fight up here. I would bring the Immortals, but maybe not the Sentries. There we go. No. I don't need everyone taking damage.
I'm curious, Phase Smith. Could you take control of me?
If your systems were compromised by Amon, yes, I believe I could purify them.
Oh, and not to mention that Carax, his abilities are take control of a unit, summon a cannon, and you can also take control of buildings. He's also his own pylon.
Through a fall.
So let's see, I want to make a couple extra Immortals and a Sentry. There we go. Isn't really necessary to have this specific setup, but it'll help. I'm going to have the guys that I made here, though, on a separate hotkey. Because the achievement for this area is to reclaim, I think it's 15 units, but the units that you make yourself don't really count.
We are all Templar.
Now, we're going to have another group just like before, with Zealots, Immortals, and a couple Sentries. So I want to do the same procedure. Alright, let's take these guys back. As soon as we get one of them, or as soon as we get the Immortal claimed, we fall back, and then take one sentry and then the other. It's a bit tricky, but not that hard.
My sensors are showing a lot of Reavers up ahead. Reclaiming them would be risky, but their firepower would be a huge asset.
Alright, let's go over here and grab some minerals first. We're not going to go spend these immediately, but let's just grab them anyway. That immortal is deadly close. Okay, I want to set up a cannon. And, whoops, it's in range. Okay. We're going. Alright, focus on that Reaver, and then that one. Cool. Managed to get 2. If you only get 1, that's fine. We actually don't need to reclaim this many units for the achievement. I would just rather get it sooner than later, just to make sure that we got it. Because there's only so many guys in the mission itself. That, and you get a big, bad army to stomp around with. Now we're going to have another standard force here to deal with. So let's attack in, take the Immortal. Take everyone out, except for Karax. Claim one sentry. Run away, claim the other. Well, we took out the Zealot that was following us, apparently. Thankfully, the Reavers don't take resources or do splash damage to our own units, which is nice. Okay, another setup here, where we're going to set up a cannon, hopefully just out of range. This will help with AoEs. It's also a good idea to keep the sentries back, because they become a liability in this particular situation. Take this out, claim the Immortal, run the Immortal back so that he isn't taking as much damage. There we go. Now we can claim these buildings, but I'm not going to make more units quite yet. Let's just claim everything and then get out. Alright, and then one last standard group of enemies.
We are all Templar.
Oh, stay back, little guy.
A Phase-Smith is always prepared.
Okay. Let's go in. Take the Immortal. That apparently was the last one.
Surely the hybrid will be no match for us now.
I believe you are right, friend Phoenix. Let us make for the power structure. A Phase-Smith
Awesome.
is always prepared.
We have a great big ball of units, but still want more. Let's put Group 1 in front, the manufactured units, with the regular guys, and let's go. Just like the Scarabs on the other side.
I'm detecting a robotic support bay nearby. If we can claim it, we can construct Colossi.
Alright, I would focus on just taking the Colossi. Focus down the Immortal and then run away so you can take the other Colossi. Cool! We already have enough Immortals. Let's get all our resources here. And send everyone back to the construction buildings back there. I wouldn't send them to the middle. But let's go up here for some more resources. And a cool little Easter egg. Might have noticed a little here, there's a little path right here. We go up here. Some Pylon Powerade. Taste the golden spray. I guess it's like some Taste the Rainbow riff. Alright, I'm gonna skip ahead a little here. Yeah, I didn't really need to see Karax running all the way back. Now here I want to focus primarily on Colossi. I'm gonna make 3 Colossi, 1 extra Immortal, and then a Sentry. I only made the 1 extra Immortal because, well, that's the only thing I could make with another Sentry here. 50 minerals unused. There's probably some combination of units that doesn't leave unused resources, but oh well, it doesn't really matter. Okay. And then once we have attacked both sides, there'll be another group in the middle here with a couple Colossi. I would do the same thing as we tried to do before. Make it so that we get both the Colossi. It's not important if you manage to get them both. If you only get one, so be it. I like a lot of Colossi because they stand on top of the army and can attack at the same time as everyone else. And now we can stomp all over these hybrid.
Progress is made by the ball. The way is open.
Your crusade has failed. Your brethren and the Master are one flesh.
Right on. Make a few cannons, we're good to go.
With the hybrid eliminated, we can safely destroy the power structure.
A lot more surgical than Alarak.
There. The Matrix was never meant to be dismantled like this. It has released a massive overflow of psionic energy from the surface of Aiur. Hierarch, I fear you are in great peril. Psionic energy is gathering in the cavern behind you. If it reaches your position...
Do not fear, Karax. My warriors and I will keep ahead of the energy storm. Victory is still within our grasp.
Artanis, I am sending my Dark Templar to clear the path ahead. They shall aid your advance.
As will the Purifiers, deploying war prisons. The Tal'Darim shall win this battle for you. My warriors are joining your forces now.
Right on.
Strength.
Let's go.
Unity.
You get certain units regardless.
Together, we continue fighting, warriors. I will channel the astral winds to heal your wounds. Be swift, my brothers. The psionic energy has already flooded the cavern entrance.
This part, pretty easy. The achievement is to not lose any units to the Psi energy, which if you keep using Artanis' abilities and have him tanking, should be simple enough. I would look down here for your units to know when to heal. And keep Artanis roughly ahead. He still has his, like, I'm about to die, so I'll explode ability.
The Purifiers are fighting near your position, Artanis. You nearly destroyed a major hive cluster.
Sweet. Okay. Good to go. Heal up so that we don't lose those zealots. We're probably going to lose these whirlwind guys eventually. Okay.
We serve at your command.
Our path is clear. Press on. The energies are closing in behind us.
Oh, they're still before the last turn. Like I said, pretty simple. And now we have some Sentinels, which will keep themselves alive. They have a revival ability. Revival abilities are probably the
The
best.
future is ours.
Artanis' lightning charge is almost necessary for the stun. Greatly increases the longevity of the group as a whole. And yeah, just keep charging. Using Artanis' abilities a lot should get through rather handily. Boom. I would wait until people start hurting before you actually use the heal, though.
My Dark Templar are just ahead of your position, Hierarch. They have nearly taken down the final hive cluster.
Stun, heal, good to go.
The future is undawn. To me, Nerazine.
Several Nidus worms are defending the final power structure. My Dark Templar will aid you in destroying them.
We are strong.
Alright, let's at least get a good angle here.
Our path is clear.
Haha. Focus on that one, please. Thank you. Stun that one. Curve around from one side to the other. Flank. Go, go, go.
Slay the Zerg. We are nearly there.
He can even stun Ultralisks. And Artanis blew up. Alright, focus down the rocks. Stun the Nidus Worm. And we're good to go. Outrunner, we did it.
The future, we shall prevail. The final power structure. When it falls, the Psi-Matrix will be no more.
You have done it, Artanis. We have stayed the Golden Armada's advance, for now. Initiating dimensional recall.
Oh, the Psi energy wasn't that close. But we get Templar's Return. As well as Outrunner for not losing any enemies to the Psionic Storm. You can do this on any difficulty. Master Control, control at least 15 units on at least normal. And then the Mastery Achievement, Silent but Deadly, complete the first section of Templar's Return without allowing Verazun to take any damage, even to shields. Alright, let's go. Only a couple more missions for the actual Legacy of the Void campaign itself. And then we move on to the epilogue, but more on that later. We're doing it, guys. Taking back Aiur.
I need no rest. Give me enemies to slaughter.
Well, you're very good at it. Better than Artanis. He probably could have done that last part solo.
The Psi-Matrix is destroyed. Let us now take our fight to Amon. Oh, the ship is stifling. The Psi-Matrix is destroyed. Let us now take our fight to Amon.
I cannot begin to understand the depth of your sorrow, Artanis. Such noble Templar, now made a monstrosity. Those left, trapped in a body controlled by Amon.
It is the most horrific of fates. But what pains me is the uncertainty of facing them. They are my brothers. Sisters. When we strike these abominations, will our brethren bear witness within? Will they be silent watchers? Or are they already lost to oblivion?
I can offer you little comfort or surety, my friend. But know what you do is the only course.
That's one of the things I like about Artanis. Has some self-doubt and meditation upon what's going on, but isn't stopping him from doing the right thing.
I shall try to view our history in this new way of yours, Artanis. Our people have never faced such risks before. You will overcome them, Artanis. I know this. Amon's mind is naught but darkness. Whatever glory he possessed fled long ago. So, this is life without the color. You fought well, Hierarch. The Golden Armada's return has been delayed, but not prevented. We must destroy Amon's host form while he is still vulnerable. So...
Alright. Reaching the end of most of our story arcs here.
The Tal'Darim motherships have warped in to strengthen our fleet. I must admit, they are quite impressive.
We are the soul of strength.
Yeah, the female Tal'Darim. We can make the mothership now. A pretty powerful unit, but not a very practical one. It costs 1,000 minerals and gas to make, but you can only have one at a time. Though it does kind of stomp around a bit. I think one of the only real ways to make this feasible is if you just don't use up a lot of resources, and then you have the ability in the solar core.
Hierarch, what would you ask of us?
To use warp harmonization. But, c'est la vie.
There has to be a way. There is always a path forward, no matter how difficult it may be to find it. The Keystone will be ready, Hierarch. Just not yet.
We'll figure it out. I'm counting on you.
There has to be a way.
You were right to say that Aiur has changed completely, but there is still hope. Amon has underestimated us at every turn, and that shall be our weapon against him.
Yeah, and you're our main weapon. Action movie hero incarnate.
That was a close fight, but then our forces shine brightest in the darkness. That was a close.
Amon nearly succeeded in using the Kala to destroy us. How fitting that we may now turn it against him. It's quite different fighting alongside Phoenix there. If nothing else, I believe in our crew, Hierarch. I believe in your leadership.
Everyone's counting on me. It's time to save the world. Or galaxy, universe, whatever.
Now that the Psi-Matrix has fallen, Amon cannot warp the Golden Armada back to Aiur to defend himself. We must destroy his host body before it fully awakens. For the sake of our people, we cannot falter.
Next time, we destroy Amon's host form. Until then, this is Adventures Infinity, signing out. Take it easy.
Zeratul. Tassadar. My memories of you give me strength.